Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of apocalyptic predictions that thankfully never came true. Humanity has a track record of worrying about the end of the world. The universe is vast and mysterious, full of potential dangers. But as you'll see, sometimes a little perspective is all you need to see that maybe, just maybe, we're not all going to die. At least not today. The year 2000. A new millennium, a time for fresh starts, technological advancement and global computer meltdown. The Y2K bug was no small worry. For decades, computer programs used a two-digit code for the year, but when the year 2000 rolled around, computers might think it was 1900. And that was the fear. This coding quirk would bring the world to its knees, but then nothing. Or at least nothing on the apocalyptic scale predicted. The world kept on turning. Let's be honest, you knew this one was coming. The 2012 apocalypse, based on the end of a cycle in the ancient Mayan calendar, was one for the history books, or rather, the lack thereof. Theories abounded. A planetary collision, a giant solar flare, a sudden shift in Earth's magnetic poles. You name it, someone predicted it. People flocked to supposed safe zones like Bugarak in France and Sirinç in Turkey, hoping to escape the coming cataclysm. But of course, December 21st came and went, and the sun rose as usual on December 22nd. Turns out the ancient Mayans weren't predicting the end of the world at all. It was a good reminder that sometimes we humans tend to project our own fears and anxieties onto things we don't fully understand. Halley's Comet, that celestial wanderer that graces our skies every 76 years or so, has inspired awe and wonder for centuries. But in 1910, its arrival was met with a slightly different reaction: sheer panic. You see, astronomers had discovered that the Earth would be passing through the tail of the comet. And that tail, they announced, contained cyanogen gas. Now, cyanogen gas is not exactly known for its health benefits. The news spread like wildfire, and soon the world was gripped in fear of a cosmic cyanide attack. People sealed their windows, stocked up on gas masks, and some entrepreneurial types even started selling anti-comet pills. May 19th, 1910 arrived, and the Earth dutifully passed through the tail of Halley's Comet. And nothing happened. It was a classic case of a little bit of scientific knowledge combined with a whole lot of fear-mongering, leading to a whole lot of unnecessary anxiety. Chapter 4. Heaven's Gate, a tragedy in the stars. The Heaven's Gate cult, led by Marshall Applewhite, stands as a stark reminder of the dangers of apocalyptic beliefs taken to their tragic extreme. In 1997, 39 members of the group took their own lives in a horrific mass suicide. Applewhite convinced his followers that a spaceship was trailing the Hale-Bopp comet, and that this spaceship was their ticket to a higher plane of existence. The discovery of their bodies, dressed in matching black tracksuits and Nike sneakers, sent shockwaves through the world. The Heaven's Gate tragedy serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to approach claims of imminent doom with a healthy dose of skepticism. Chapter 5. Nostradamus, master of mystery, not so much the future. Nostradamus, the 16th century French astrologer and physician, is perhaps the most famous doomsayer in history. His cryptic quatrains, published in his book Les Prophéties, have been interpreted as predicting everything from the rise of Hitler to the assassination of JFK. In 1997, one particular quatrain sent shivers down spines around the world. It read, "The year 1999, 7th month, from the sky will come a great king of terror." Needless to say, this prediction sparked a wave of anxiety and speculation. Well, as you might have guessed, none of those things happened. The year 1999 came and went without any major global catastrophes. Nostradamus' supporters argued that his predictions were simply misinterpreted. The truth is, Nostradamus' quatrains are so vague and open to interpretation. Chapter 6. Planetary alignment, not as straightforward as it sounds. Remember the year 2000? We already talked about the whole Y2K thing, but that wasn't the only apocalyptic prediction swirling around at the time. There was also the matter of planetary alignment. In May of 2000, there was a somewhat rare alignment where 5 planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter and Saturn, appeared relatively close together in the sky from Earth's perspective. Some doomsayers claimed that the combined gravitational forces of these planets would wreak havoc on Earth, causing earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and possibly even flipping the Earth's poles. Needless to say, none of that happened. It was a good reminder that just because something looks cool and unusual in the sky doesn't necessarily mean it's a harbinger of doom. Chapter 7, Harmonic Convergence, a New Age Apocalypse. In 1987, the world experienced a wave of New Age energy with the arrival of the Harmonic Convergence. This event, based on the esoteric teachings of author José Arguel, was touted as a pivotal moment in human history. According to Arguel, August 16th and 17th, 1987, marked a rare planetary alignment that would usher in a new era of peace, harmony, and spiritual awakening. Millions of people around the world resonated with this message. Gatherings were held at sacred sites, meditation circles were formed, and a sense of hope and anticipation filled the air. But did the harmonic convergence actually bring about world peace? Well, not exactly. However, it introduced many people to New Age concepts and practices, and it fostered a sense of global interconnectedness that resonated with millions. Chapter 8, Harold Camping and the Rapture. That wasn't Part 1. Harold Camping, a retired civil engineer and radio broadcaster, gained notoriety for his fervent apocalyptic predictions. In 2011, Camping made headlines around the world when he predicted that the rapture would occur on May 21st. He based this prediction on his own complex calculations, claiming to have deciphered a hidden code in the Bible. Camping's followers, convinced of the impending doom, sold their possessions, put up billboards warning of the rapture, and prepared to meet their maker. May 21st came and went, and the rapture, much to the disappointment of Camping's followers and the relief of pretty much everyone else, failed to materialize. Camping, initially bewildered, revised his prediction, stating that he had miscalculated and that the rapture would actually occur on October 21st of that year. Chapter 9, Harold Camping and the Rapture. That wasn't Part 2. Yes, Harold Camping is back, and this time he's brought a friend another failed prediction. As we discussed in the previous chapter, Camping's initial prediction of the rapture on May 21st, 2011 came and went without incident. Undeterred, he revised his calculations and declared that the true date was actually October 21st, 2011. Once again, his followers braced themselves for the end, spreading the word and preparing for their ascension into heaven. And once again, October 21st arrived without any sign of a divine intervention. Many of Camping's followers, some of whom had given up everything in anticipation of the rapture, were left disillusioned and heartbroken. The saga of Harold Camping's failed predictions serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of blind faith and the importance of critical thinking. Chapter 10, Nibiru, the planet that never was. The year is 2017. The world is on edge. Why? Because according to conspiracy theorists, a rogue planet named Nibiru, sometimes called Planet X, is on a collision course with Earth. Proponents of this theory claimed that NASA was covering up the existence of Nibiru and that its arrival would cause widespread devastation, including earthquakes, tsunamis, and possibly even a complete polar shift. The internet, as you can imagine, went wild. People stocked up on supplies, built bunkers, and some even went so far as to quit their jobs in anticipation of the impending cataclysm. But guess what? Nibiru never showed up. Outro. So, are we good? For now, at least. Thanks for watching. We've explored some of the most notable apocalyptic predictions that thankfully never came true. From computer glitches to rogue planets, It seems humanity has a knack for imagining the end of the world. They remind us to approach extraordinary claims with a healthy dose of skepticism, to rely on evidence-based information, and to be wary of those who peddle fear and anxiety for their own gain. So the next time you hear about the impending apocalypse, take a deep breath, do your research, and remember, the world has a funny way of proving us wrong. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating content.